Welcome back. No strings attached. We got Austin. Austin is finally back.
Hello.
Austin is back. Hey, Spurs, eh? The Spurs versus OKC Western Conference Finals. Game four. Game four. Oh, what are you doing there? God.
Don't worry about it.
Hey,
Don't worry about it.
103 to 82. Before I throw it to y'all, man, I want to say the last time not the Spurs, the OKC scored less than 84 points was December 2021. So the Spurs did their thing. Hey, Spurs shot 38%. The OKC shot 33%. It was a defensive juggernaut. Everybody couldn't shoot the ball properly, but Wemby went off. But hey, as our household Spurs fan, let me throw it to Austin. Talk to us about the game, Austin.
All right, everybody.
Oh.
You know I've got to have the Spurs merch on. All right. San Antonio. Look, I'm just going to keep it a buck here with you. The Spurs, they played good today. They did play good, but the Thunder played like garbage. They did not play a good game at all. I will definitely say the shooting that came from a lot of players today, McCain, Caruso, they didn't get a single point until after the second half, until the second half. It was just all around a terrible game from that Thunder team. Their 3-point shooting was terrible. I think it was sub 20%, which is ridiculous from a team of Oklahoma City's stature. What's it called? Don't get me wrong. The Spurs did play a semi-decent game. There were some opportunities where Champagny, he was 1 for 8 from the field. What's it called? Dylan Harper had a bit of a quiet game. Look, he did have a few good points in that game, but he was pretty quiet. Keldon Johnson, again, another kind of low-key one as well.
Yeah.
But they did what they had to win, and I'm not complaining. What are you about you, Camille? Any takeaways?
I mean, look, you guys remember last time I said their energy was off. The crowd wasn't really there. This all changed. Like everything changed in this game. The crowd showed up big time.
White shirts. White shirts.
Hey, I don't care what street goes they're coming in, but I want that crowd every day of the week, twice on Sundays, because it was beautiful. They were cheering for everything. Free throws, everything. Don't matter. As long as it's a bucket, they were going crazy for it. I love it. Love the energy. They're chanting the MVP for Wemby, obviously.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The atmosphere was crazy. I don't know. It might have. I wonder now if the nuns were there. They blessed Luke Cornett. He had a decent game. So whatever they're doing is helping. So look, crowd 10 out of 10 in my book. But the biggest factor for me was just the fact that they came at the OKC Thunder. They want to run through them.
They really did, yes.
They the intensity, and they had that intensity in the first couple of minutes last game, but this time they were able to have that intensity over the course of the entire game. It was never a doubt like that they were in control of that thing.
No.
It was crazy. I mean, we first I don't know when it was, like it was in the first quarter. Castle hit that 3.
Yes.
He was 3 from 17 going into this game. I mean, let's not focus on that. But he was 3 from 17. He hits that 3. They go nuts. Vassell hits that 3 right after. I think that was the corner 3.
Yes.
Boom. OKC go. They try to run it down. Vassell blocks it. They go back to the fast break. Vassell got the ball, lob to Wemby. I thought the roof's coming off. I thought the roof's coming off in that arena.
I'll add on to that as well. The lobs today were great. That's what they need to keep doing.
Lobs in the first 5 minutes or something. He had
Literally.
one the entire last game. Yeah. You can't stop the lob though. Who's going to jump that high?
When you throw the ball higher than any of the other teams can reach, you will get the points when Victor Wembanyama is in the paint. It's just
that's against Chet, right? Let's not forget, like this guy is not 5'5" right there.
Yes,
he a big fella. He a big fella.
Talk to me about Chet, man. He's been a bit invisible this series. Talk to me.
I mean, look, Chet has been quiet the entire series. It hasn't been just 1 or 2 games. And I think it showcases itself when the games matter. He, as I said in the last, not last episode, but the episode before, with a lot of the Series A's been in, he hasn't necessarily had to show up because they would win without him showing up. It's just as simple as that. Especially on a Thunder team that is so stacked. Sometimes you can play that back pedal, have that defensive presence, and it's okay. But against the Spurs, it doesn't help when Victor Wembanyama is going to be attacking the rim like he was today. In the last 2 games, guess what? Wemby didn't have that many shot attempts. I think last game he only had, 9 or 10? It wasn't very many. He still got a pretty efficient scoring game when it came to like field goal percentage and shot selection. But in regards to minutes, absolutely not. It was just ridiculous. So I think that's just what we want to see if you don't want to see the Thunder in the finals at the end of the day. And that's what that Thunder team really needs to step up on, is just do what you have done, right? And you guys have had such smart fouls the past couple of games as well. And I could even see it in this game too, but it just wasn't as physical as you'd want to see from a winning Thunder team. But as I said, look, bad game from the Thunder today. It kind of went tit for tat a little bit with the last game that they had, where the Spurs just didn't play a good game. They shot terribly that last game. And so it just kind of is a thing of the Spurs did challenge them. And guess what? They will challenge Chet as well. And he just doesn't show up.
Hey, what about Caruso, though? Where was he at?
0 points. He was running cardio.
0. Yeah, right there, Roger. That much.
He got the same amount of points as the 3 of us. We got the same amount of points as Alex Caruso did, and he had 13 minutes on the court.
I took 0 shots today, y'all. I wasn't even there.
Jared McCain, who had a bomb of a game, an absolute scorcher last game, 1 out of 10,
Yeah.
0 from 5 from 3.
That's a difference of this game and last game. Their bench gave him 70 points. This game they only give him 30-some points.
Yep. And no one got going from them. Absolutely nobody.
No.
Nobody.
Austin, 18.2% from 3 for OKC. 27.3 from Spurs from 3-point.
Yeah.
This game, just so
it was a bit of a brick show. They could build a house after
the whole thing. The whole thing is built. And that's the thing. That's the thing with the Spurs, and I mentioned it last time as well. They have these stretches when Wemby's off the court. It's as if they can't create a shot. They just literally pass the ball
they just
twice.
Didn't know what to do.
There's 10 seconds on the clock. They just take the first shot that's like semi-open. That's the weirdest thing. They're up 10. Everything's good. Run down the clock a little bit. Get Wemby some rest. That's the thing. Get him back. Run the clock down. Attack the basket maybe if you can. But they're taking some questionable threes. At least they made a couple 9 from 33 this game. I mean, look, it's not horrendous. It's pretty bad. But don't forget, OKC plays defense as well, right? So they're good. They're a hot perimeter defense right there. They can switch on everyone. But still, like, we're 2-2 now. We're 2-2. So for me, that's a 50-50 right here.
OKC next. They go back to Oklahoma.
Yep.
And then obviously if they get that, you go back to Spurs. Game 7 is going to be in OKC. Look, they've done it before. They know what to do. It's going to be jumping. That place is going to be jumping if the thing goes to 7. I did pick OKC to win the series. I might erase that and I might change my answer. Not gonna lie, but
that's crazy, right?
Stay on business, man. Come on,
you're not standing on business. It's been one game. It's been one game.
Staying on business.
Speaking of standing on business, SGA 19 6 out of 15. Took 7 free
today, bro.
7 out of 7 free throw. He's been other than last game, he's been a bit off. And he took some. He made some tough shots on Wemby today. But you'll take that. When SGA is not going, he has to take some tough shots. We take that as not we. Sorry, my bad. The Spurs will take that. Yeah.
You're resonating with the Spurs, Raja.
Oh my days.
See, I'm wearing black.
I've got to say though, that shooting percentage, especially like just throughout the entire playoffs, has definitely been attributed to the Spurs defense as well. I think that's always a big thing that people forget, is that they're actually pretty good when it comes to being man on man, especially Steph Castle. He was actually, I think, 4 votes off of making that at least one of those defensive teams. So as a perimeter defender, like, man, he's good. It's just that the Spurs recognize the fact that this game, they didn't necessarily need to double team Shea as much as they did the past 2 games.
The big one right there. Big one.
That was the most important thing, and the biggest changer to this game was the fact that they didn't leave as many of those Thunder shooters wide open. They still did. I will absolutely say they still did, but they were also challenging them to shoot it at the same rate that they did 2 days ago. And guess what? They just straight up didn't. But Steph Castle's defense on Shea has very much limited that that percentage to being anything good, really. Anything that has been on what you would expect an MVP to be shooting. But at the end of the day, that volume still creates numbers in that stat sheet. Like 19 points is still 19 points. It's not terrible. But for the MVP of the league, it's not good enough.
Hey, they're throwing everybody at SGA. Castle, Vassell, D-Fox played a bit of defense today. Everybody.
Did you see that quote-unquote foul?
Yes.
Where he brushed him a tiny bit. Hey, get them amber lights off. We got to get him out of here because he is hurt.
God.
Hey, that was crazy because he pulled it away from him so nicely and so smooth.
He got skinny now. He got skinny.
It was a level of James Harden defense there, actually. It reminded me of the James Harden hands behind the back.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. SGA is going to get hurt doing stupid shit like that at some point.
Yeah.
Because he could just put his foot down after the jumper and be fine.
I will also say as well, today, just going off of injury, you can tell the Thunder is missing J-Dub now.
Yeah.
You can really tell they are missing both J-Dub and AJ Mitchell now, especially what's it called? With AJ Mitchell doing so good in that Lakers series. Man, it's just like those are 2 really important players that they've kind of gone down with. And look, those role players do step up, but there's a reason why J-Dub was an all-star. And it's just very unfortunate that he's out. And today, when the Thunder needed a spark from someone such as J-Dub would have been perfect to fill that void, and they just didn't have that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the bench, Kenrich Williams 10, Isaiah Joe 11, and the rest, you got 4 from Wiggins. Obviously, Caruso, we talked about it. He got 0, same point as us. Nikola Topic played 2 points, and Joe McCain 4 points from yesterday's performance. Not yesterday, Game 3 to Game 4 performance. They got shut down, and look, the whole game, I was like, nah, Spurs really going for it, and I hope this is how they play in OKC in Game 5, right? Foot on the pedal, not letting go. Just what I'm saying, every possession is your last possession type of play in terms of defense. What do you think, Camille?
I mean, all I want to see is, they're throwing haymakers at each other. This is like a heavyweight fight right here.
Yes,
it's
sir.
A heavyweight fight right here. Haymakers.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm seeing. Whoever's coming ahead here, be it in 6 or be it in 7, hey, they're going to be limping into the finals at that stage.
Whoever wins this needs to win it as soon as possible.
The Knicks are going to close out tomorrow. Book it. and they know they can close it out now. So if they close it out, they know those guys over there throwing haymakers at each other. Hey, we're going to get a cool weeks of rest here before we go into the finals. That's worth a lot. But next game, I just hope both teams show up. Like, both Shea and Wemby and all those guys. I just want to see a bloodbath out there.
We do want to see a heavyweight fight now.
Yeah.
Not a one-sided game. Yeah.
100%. Like game type, game one type shit. That's what
game 3 and 4 just haven't shown us that same intensity.
Exactly.
And even game 2.
Both lopsided both ways, right?
From what we've seen from game 1, Spurs got it, right? And then game 2, one team looks exhausted, then game 3, the other team got, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, who got the most endurance here? Obviously, now OKC is dealing with 2 major injuries of AJ Mitchell and J-Dub, who's been incredibly crucial for these guys. And like you guys said, whoever show up, but we do want to see a dog fight. We do want to see a heavyweight fight, not a one-sided fight for game 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Every single game is going to be an amazing. This is what do you guys think? Is this one of the best Western Conference finals you've ever seen? Because this is
not close. I wouldn't call it close. Camille, you have more experience in this field, but I
haven't thought about it. I might come with a little segment next time. To be quite honest with you, that's quite an interesting question here.
The first game was intense. It was intense.
Oh yeah. The first game was intense. Like you said, game 3 and game 4. Objectively looking at it, one team was just a bit of
a sleeper.
Yeah,
bit of a sleeper.
Unfortunately, game for game, I don't think so. But if you're just using game 1 as kind of like
that's how you start
indicator, it's definitely one of the better starts.
Yeah, it can get a classic if they there's still 3 games left. Hopefully,
right.
Whichever way it may go, hopefully we have 3 games left, and game 7 usually always delivers.
Unless you the Hawks. No, the Hawks was game 6, wasn't it? Or the Pistons who didn't show up against the Cavs.
Oh yeah. About that, we don't talk about that no more. They're in Cancun right now. Hey, bless them souls. But yeah, I just want them. I just want a good game. I just want teams to show up. So. Oh, we back?
Yeah, back.
Yo, good.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. No, that's all right. I just want both teams show up. I want Shea an absolute banger game. I want to drop him. I want him to drop 40. I want Wemby to drop 40 and 20.
How many free throws?
I give him 10.
At least 15.
Give him 10.
Okay.
15 free throws.
Give him 10. 15 is getting up there with, what's his regular season? Is it 12?
Oh,
it's 12.
I actually don't know.
12, right?
Yeah.
It's 12. So, look.
I think that's his playoffs right now as well. 12.9, I think, was what it was before the Spurs series. But which series is not going to be going to 7 games anytime soon, unless there is a blessing from the basketball gods against New York. Which
they need the nuns.
I don't think will happen with this series, at least. New York and Cleveland. Man, what a terrible series. What a shocker. It's been terrible. Man. Last time we talked about it, we just kind of literally skipped past it because of the fact that it's just, it feels like a series that you just want to skip past. It's like torture watching these Cavs play. It's torture watching these interviews.
I think
it's
Cavs
just torture for these Cleveland Cavaliers.
I think the Cavs don't even want to be there. That's how they played, man. Like, this is terrible because you watch them, and this is the first time. What's his name? Donovan Mitchell has been to the conference finals. It's been James Harden's first conference finals since 2018, right? So they're playing for big money. There's narratives about James Harden going invisible, not the same James Harden when he's in regular season. So, they got a lot of kind of pressure that they can use as fuel, and they just look like they're done, man. They don't want to play anymore. They're like, man, ever since that first game, 23 or 22 point blown lead, I feel like they're done. Like, literally, they are done. They just want to get out of here.
You guys heard what Coach Atkinson said?
Yeah, analytically, they've won 2 out of their 3 games. Ridiculous.
Man, that's a desperate man right there. He's trying to get any straw.
Yeah, And you know what? You've got to try to give it to the coach. He's trying to keep at least some kind of positivity in this series. But man,
positivity? How about
you win a game? Better.
How about you win a game? How about you score some more points? Because the thing is this: they get the open looks. Like the Cavs have open looks. They're getting something. They just can't make a bucket. Their life dependent on it.
It's just a struggle when you see memes like Dean Wade, for instance. I think it was last year when Dean Wade sent that text to the team saying, "We got to stay in this, boys," and they shot 0 for 9. And then the funny thing about history is that it repeats itself. 17 minutes on the court, and literally he was
same as us.
He was doing cardio. Zero field goals attempted is ridiculous. And you watch these games, and you just think these players need to have an impact in some way or another, because you're an NBA player, and when you're doing stuff like this, it's just unfortunately ridiculous. It truly is ridiculous. And you feel bad for players such as like Jared Allen, for instance, who are playing their roles and they are trying their best to hang on, and they're just not. This poor Cleveland team is just not doing it. But you know what? Props to them for making the Eastern Conference Finals, at least. They did it with kind of the sticks and stones of a playoff team. But
I mean, man, I'm looking at this. Donovan Mitchell, 5 turnovers. James Harden, 6 turnovers. D Mitch is -22. James Harden's -8. The stars of the show, the stars of the team, they don't even want to be there, right? The people, the players that we're looking up for when we need a bucket, they're not showing up. I mean, 23 points, 19 points for both of those guys, cool. But man, you are down bad. There's do or die. You gotta give me more than that. Camille?
It's over. It's obviously over. What are you gonna do? Your coach is saying you technically won. Analytically, you won 2 out of 3 games. I mean, I'm looking at my coach
baseball,
sideways.
Bro.
I'm looking at my coach sideways after this. I'm not gonna lie. He might be on his way out. Anyways, after this series.
He's been there for a while, right?
He's been there for a while, but they're not going anywhere, right? I don't feel like they're getting any better. Like they're sort of like they're not bad. This is the Eastern Conference Finals, right? So let's not, shout out to them. They made it and all that. It's just this is the same team I saw last year, and the same before. Like, what changed? You put Harden in there, can't make a shot. That's a. What did they give up for him? What did they give up?
Garland and a couple. I think it was a bit more than just Garland, though.
Yeah, it was maybe a couple of picks.
My God. Hey, too much. A pack of chips. You know what I mean?
I think it was like absolutely too much.
It was LA clip for. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I don't care about the second rounder, but I'd rather have Garland in there doing. I don't know, like. Am I tripping with that, or the way Harden is playing? Would you rather have Garland?
I don't think you are. You have more of a like future player in someone younger as well.
He's always been hurt, right? Injury prone. So now they look at James Harden, but knowing his track record, I can't trust any of this guy's words.
Put a lid on that one. That thing is over. That thing is so over.
The scary thing about it is that they gotta bring him back too. They gotta pay him, because you can't give away Garland in a second round pick and let him also walk right now. So speaking of the Cleveland Cavaliers, if I'm LeBron James,
he ain't going there no more.
I'm LeBron James, man. I'm looking at this.
Sweet baby LeBron James.
I'm gonna be 42 years old.
No.
I'm gonna be 42 years old. I don't want to play with these bums, man. If I want to play with people with no defense, at least let me play with Luka, who can give me 50 a night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going back home. Cool, it's my home, it's my land, whatever it is. I'd rather stay in LA, man. I play with Luka, I play with AR. I play with DeAndre Ayton again if I have to. I'm not going back to those guys.
Yeah,
they didn't even put up a fight. They didn't put up a fight.
That's the thing. It's
Come
like
on, man.
They didn't put up a fight, and it's just optics is a thing. It just doesn't look good the way they play as well. It's just
sir.
He ain't going there. Anyways, on the bright side though, you can shut down New York after tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
maybe you know
you can
what?
shut
It
it down.
depends. It depends on if it's going to be a sweep or not. I have a feeling Cavs might come out guns blazing, and the Knicks might do
remember they
what the
won 2 out
Lakers
of the
did.
3 games now. They
Sticks
Right.
won
and
2 out of the
sticks and
3
stones,
games.
sticks and stones. What they have, dude. They
Look,
show up with
we
that.
saw what happened with the Lakers and the Rockets. Like they just got lazy. If the Knicks want to keep it, if they want to be a championship team, they'll sweep them and then just call it a day. I think that sends kind of a point to the league,
I
as
think they're looking
well
for that rest as well, Austin.
as the rest, 100%. But as you were saying, Camille, New York's going to be shut down, but we're going to have to start having some difficult discussions about Jalen Brunson as an all-time.
We will, but also, hey, if you think Philly winning the Super Bowl was bad, the city going nuts, you're gonna witness. You're gonna witness something.
Hey, Liberty statues walking across that water, huh?
I have a feeling that thing's gonna fly. I have that feeling.
It's gonna get picked up. They're gonna pick up the Statue of Liberty when the Knicks win.
Yes, sir.
Gotham City, bro. Gotham City.
The thing is this, like, you talk about, they can't behave and all that, but man, they haven't won in a while. They don't know how to behave. Winning, like, you know what I mean? It's an uncharted territory for the past 30 years.
The last time they went to the finals was 1999.
Yeah,
I believe so.
And it was against the San Antonio Spurs as well. So if they want to keep it, if the NBA wants to keep it to a narrative, I'm just saying that's kind of
history repeats itself, as you said, Austin.
That's kind of the perfect one to chuck out there. But what I will ask you with Jalen Brunson, I think this might kind of segue into a pretty good segment, but I want to just start this off with, there's a discourse that I keep seeing online that, the real finals are OKC and the Spurs. But truth be told, I really do believe that the Knicks have a good fighting chance between either team. What's it called? What are your guys' thoughts on that kind of discussion? Do you think that it's really like all donezo after the Western Conference Finals are up, or
I don't think so at all, man. Look,
this Knicks team is good. I really like
after this Cavs series. I don't know how you feel about it, Roger, but after this Cavs series, and how, like, I don't want to say easily, but how convincingly they walk over the Cavs, I'm looking at them differently. I'm looking at them differently. Now I'm looking at them very differently now.
Yeah.
What do you got, Roger?
No. Look, I'm looking at OKC. They played the Suns. They played the Lakers. Didn't really get tested. Now this is the first time they're getting tested for real in the playoffs. I guess you could say they're struggling. Obviously, injuries happens, but man, after last year, how Pacers took OKC to 7 games, and I think this Knicks team is much better than that Pacers team, and they play hard. I'm a big fan of Jalen Brunson, Big Buddy Brunson. You know what I'm saying? This dude spends more time in the post than Cat, and Cat is like 7-1. But man, Josh Hart plays hard, no pun intended. Big fan of OG. They got the matchups to go against any team, and in the NBA Cup they did beat the Spurs, didn't they?
Yes.
So it's not like whoever wins the Western Conference Finals is coming in and just sweeping. No. It's gonna be like we said, it's gonna be a dog fight. It's gonna be a great series for sure. And even if they win one game, then New York is gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah, I agree with that 100%. I do believe that, like, whoever comes out of the West will probably have an edge over them, a fighting edge. I believe, especially coming out of such like a dog fight compared to like New York essentially steamrolling, as we've kind of been seeing in these playoffs with more steamrolls. It kind of feels like, especially when the Spurs came into OKC, they essentially like clocked them in the nose the moments that they got into the first game of that series. But the Knicks have had their fair share of troubles, especially recently. Falling to the Pacers literally both last year and the year before that, and now finally kind of just coming out and escaping the whole like hellhole of being owned by Indiana, because that's like what they were. They do have that experience now. I think they're well versed with everyone on that team. Besides like actual finals experience, playoff experience, man, they're extremely stacked. I did see an interview today with Devin Vassell about how that entire Spurs team keeps reiterating that, who cares about experience? We don't need experience. We're making it all the way. And I love the confidence, but it really does matter when it comes to these kinds of tests of endurance. But now I kind of want to segue into a segment of, with the Knicks, I think we can safely assume they're making the finals. There's some difficult conversations that we have to have about the players who we believe Jalen Brunson is better than. Now, I'm gonna throw this one kind of out as a bit of a nuke here as a first question. But do we think Brunson now, legacy-wise, is a better player than Carmelo Anthony was when it came to?
No, come on, man. That's
no, not yet. Look, this season he can do something special there. He can do something special there. If he wins that chip with the Knicks, they'll build him a statue and then some.
I don't
It's going to be just as big at the Statue of Liberty. That's what I'm thinking. But look, let's see what happens in.
What are you saying? Are you saying him as a better Nick?
As a better Nick,
or like...
as nothing, as not defender. That's all what I'm giving him. As a better defender. There you go. There you have it. That's what I got. Carmelo's special. Oh! Don't you disrespect Carmelo like that?
Hey,
that's a bad man.
All I have to say is the difference between a winning player and a good player is always a big kind of.
I want to see Brunson's resume. What he got. He got just as many trophies behind him as me. Oh no, excuse me. You got that
NBA Cup.
Yeah, thank you. That one. Thank you. I'm sorry. Like I said, they're building something special over there. But not right now. Not right now.
In the case of him even winning the Eastern Conference Finals, you still.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if we look back 10 years from now, who's going to remember who won the Eastern Conference Finals?
Well, that's exactly right. That's very true.
That's sort of, it's an accomplishment, absolutely. But that also meant you lost in the finals. I love me some Jalen Brunson. Don't forget, that's a bad man right there. Doing it as a Knick, he wanted to be there. He absolutely wanted to be there.
Oh yeah.
Right? I think, was it his father is on the staff?
Yes.
Yes. He wanted to be there. So that whole thing worked out a lot better than I think everybody thought. He's on a cheap contract. I mean, whatever they're building is great over there. Great playoffs from him. Great playoffs from the teams. Get him into the finals. I want to see him play in the finals, and then we can have a conversation in a couple of weeks. But Carmelo is a bad man. That's a bad man.
Man, look, if you're just looking at strictly accolades, he's done more with the Knicks than Melo, right? He's never been to the conference finals, but that's Carmelo Anthony is my favorite player of all time. I know I got the LBJ chain on, but LBJ is the GOAT in my opinion. But in terms of who I kind of played after, is Melo. I love that man, but that's a bad boy. That's a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? We ability wise, Melo is one of the best scorers of all time now.
But was he?
I don't know if I. No, look. Let's just be honest. I think the furthest he's been to the conference finals was with Denver, right, in 2009.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. He had the chance to play with LeBron and Bosh D Wade in Miami. That didn't happen. He picked the Knicks, obviously. But in terms of winning, obviously, like I said, Jalen Brunson has done more in terms of winning with the Knicks. But I think ability-wise, I still pick Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, absolutely. If we're comparing abilities, by any means, I wholeheartedly believe that Melo is the better player. But I don't believe that Melo made his teammates better.
I mean, we know how he plays, right? Hey,
Yeah.
give me the ball, get out the way. Yeah, look what happened to Jalen. But hey, look, if he wins the finals, like Camille said, build him a statue. But for now,
Now I'm
I
gonna
think the
throw
Knicks. Okay,
another nuke here. Well, not necessarily a nuke. I think this is actually a cooler kind of take.
Wemby's goat. Oh.
No. Nothing along those lines. Nothing along those lines.
Put that chain off. Put that chain down.
Nothing along those lines, bro.
I thought Austin. Yeah, go ahead.
But what I will ask is, if the Knicks end up losing the finals this playoffs, is the season considered a failure?
Oh no! No! Either way, that's a success in my book with that team.
If they lose in the finals,
if they lose in the finals,
still, it depends on how they play in the finals as well, right? If they get steamrolled, then you might look at them differently again. But that's a great season that they're playing. I don't give a damn if they lose 5 or 6 in the finals. They might, dude. No. They're building something special over there. They're not many pieces away, if any.
LeBron's away.
Now that looks, hello.
Giannis away.
I will say, if there is a team between the Thunder and the Spurs, if there is a team that does end up beating the Knicks in the finals, that team is going to not be having a great time in any kind of regular season game against the Knicks, in any kind of conversation about the Knicks. We still get fuck Trae Young from, like, what was that, 4 years ago now? It's been a while since Trae Young completely, and what was that? He has a losing record against the Knicks as well. Trae Young has a losing record against the New York Knicks as well. If you like that's like one Google away, but he's just like, he's completely cemented himself in there, right? CJ McCollum is still catching strays because he won 2 games against them, right? The only people that don't catch strays is literally the Halliban. I don't really hear New York talking about the Halliban anymore. But if they do lose in the finals again, I don't think either the Thunder or the Spurs are going to, not hear it for years to come, whether they win or they lose. Do I believe this season would be a failure for them? I think they're constructed to win it all. I believe that the Knicks are constructed to win it all this year.
They're pretty well
especially
built
with
team.
all those moves that they made last season, and especially with getting Karl Anthony Towns. People kind of looked at that trade as a lose-lose scenario there, but
hell no. Julius Randle gave you 3 points.
If it came to getting rid of dead weight by having to sacrifice one of those players, they literally sacrificed him to Minnesota and the sports of Minnesota to at least have some kind of chance of winning. And you know what? They haven't been performing bad at all. It's just that we will have to see them in a finals atmosphere and a finals environment, especially in a series that goes longer than 4 games.
Yeah, no, I'm with Camille with this one, right? The team to beat is still OKC, right? Whoever comes out of the Western Conference Finals, OKC is still the best. Let's say they in the finals. OKC is still the best team in the NBA. If you lose to them, let's say you go 6-7 games with them, it's not it's not a failure of a season. But I still think OKC is the best team to beat. And if you lose to them, it's not really a big deal unless you get swept and 20 plus points lead every single game. But I don't think it's a terrible. Obviously, they went to the conference finals as well last year, didn't they, against Pacers?
Yeah,
they lost to the Pacers. But reaching the finals, bro, it's been 27 years, 28 years since you've been to the finals. And it's New York.
I'm very excited for these finals. People kind of lampard it for, like, if OKC makes it through, it's over. But to be honest, I'm really not by that mindset at all. I'm really excited for it. I think just the crowd, like every MSG game, truly is like an experience just to watch it. Like it's just great. Like I'm a massive glazer of it because it is like the environment there's just crazy. The fans
You
are
see how much
crazy.
they're selling those tickets for?
$1,000. They're for $1,000, even in the back seats right now. American dollars.
I think someone paid like
that's $1,000 way up in the bleachers.
Yeah,
$300,000, man.
For anything close. Those finals are going to be the most expensive finals I believe probably ever in this kind of like day and age, right?
Because last year it was the Pacers, not a big market team, but I'll get OKC as well, I guess.
Yeah.
But man, New York in the like. I'm a Yankees fan. We went to the World Series a couple of years ago. We got destroyed by the Dodgers. But just to be in a grand final especially as a Yankee, as a Knick, obviously not Brooklyn, it's a massive. It's an event, right? Shut the whole city down
at the Garden. At the Garden, mate.
At the Garden,
the mecca of basketball, man. Just to be there.
Either way, it's exciting. Either way, it's going to be exciting.
Obviously, you want to win. Obviously, you want to win as a Knick. But man, just to be there with this franchise, it's a massive success. Obviously, you as a fan, you want to see your team win every single game. But you know what I'm saying? But just to be there.
And it's great for basketball as well. I think it's
it is. When Lakers are good, it's good for basketball. The Celtics, the Knicks, right? I mean, the ratings are always through the roof when those guys are good. And man, I can't wait.
And you know what? The best thing about that team is you can't really look. I will say the Brunson fouls can be a bit much to see at certain times, right? But they aren't they're very much not nearly as close as the full percentage on what like Shea can do and has been doing these playoffs. But they're really not a franchise that you can truly dislike and hate on compared to what we had been seeing with the Thunder and the Celtics the past couple of years.
Yeah.
But going from, the best of the best in the playoffs to now the best of the best in the regular season, we got teams out. We have the all defensive teams, Team 1 and Team 2.
All NBA.
Victor Wembanyama got every single vote for that.
Except for one,
swept the competition again with another defensive accolade there with those votes. What's it called? We also had the All NBA team selection as well, which was very interesting to see. We got some comments from the lovely Jaylen Brown, of course. Jaylen Brown, no hate. One day we'd love to see you come onto this show and have a lovely chat with us.
Please.
That would be great. But
amazing.
What do we think?
Well, hold on. Let's talk about the first team. You got Cade, Luka, SGA, Nikola Jokic, and Wemby. Obviously, they got rid of the positions not too long ago. Second team, you got Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, KD, Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, and third team, Jalen Duren, Chet, Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey, and you got Jamal Murray. Let's talk about the first team. What y'all think? Is that a
look? I'm gonna say this, since they allowed Luka with 64 games. Is that right? They allowed him in. And
what's the cutoff? 65, right?
Usually it should be 65, but
I know
where
you're going with Camille. I know where you're going here, Camille.
I mean,
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, look, that's what?
Oh yeah, what?
Yeah, he didn't. He had like 61 games, 60, 61,
he didn't make the cut.
Something like that.
He didn't make the cut.
He put an appeal in. He put an appeal in apparently to the league, but it was rejected. But Luka was 64. They were okay with that. Look, I don't have an opinion on how many games, this and that. I would have liked to see Ant in there. Does he make all NBA first team? I think that's the sort of conversation you can have. Look, bottom line is this. Let's forget about how many games is played. Ant is not in there. Forget about it.
Yeah.
I think they got the thing right. Top to bottom. I don't have an issue with anybody in here, honestly. I get what Jaylen Brown is saying here. He's probably seeing himself better than Kate for sure. And, Luka not playing Luka playing 64 games only, he's probably thinking, what the hell am I doing here? I get it from his perspective, but Luka's scoring output was sensational. That was just
That
from that
March month,
perspective,
man.
crazy,
That
crazy,
March.
crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have a problem with first team. SGA, Jokic, Wemby. That's a given. Like if you don't have, if you have any one of those not in your first, disconnect your TV. Get rid of all the cable. Get rid of all
You're watching
the Prime Video.
the wrong thing, huh?
Yeah,
You shouldn't
they were the
watch
top
television
3
no more.
MVP voting. Like
Yeah,
seriously,
those are a lock. And then if Luka makes the cut with his games, if the league says, okay, we're cool, Luka is a lock too in my book. That's
Luka led a lot of the categories, I believe, except for rebounds, right? Jokic got that, right?
And then the conversation is, Cade or Jalen. Okay, I got Cade personally for the regular season. I don't know about you guys. Then you look at the
I have
second...
him too. He led that Pistons team to the first team. Like it's just I don't see
one
any
of the worst teams
with that.
Not too long ago.
Right,
and they finished first this season.
It was the same case with Wemby as well. Like it's the case of these two teams were bottom feeders. They were literally at the bottom of their conference not very long ago, and now you see both Vic and Cade they've climbed up the ladder to take their team to first. Look, albeit with a lot of very good decisions from their GMs, right? With their new coach for the Pistons, with a lot of trades for the Spurs, whatever it is, right? But at the end of the day, you have to have a good leader. And Victor Wembanyama and Cade Cunningham, especially Cade, I think did a perfect job. Look, the one thing that I will give Jaylen Brown, and I think it's a consensus opinion, was, man, the Celtics should not have been in that position without Jason Tatum, and they still were. It's just as simple as that, right?
Yeah, it's the Celtics, right? It's like the Spurs. They'll always be good. They'll never suck. They might suck a year, but they know what they're doing over there. This is a great basketball organization, as much as I don't like them. Going back to my love for LeBron James here, no regards for human life and all that. That's right. So I respect them. I respect the hell out of the Celtics. They know how to build a championship team. Jaylen Brown carried them for a long while. He dropped off a bit towards the end.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's, you rather want it the other way around. You want to suck a little at the beginning, and you want to get better as the season goes on. It's just easier to remember. At the end of the day, it's human beings doing these votes. They don't remember what happened in
it's always recency bias
in October.
And that's human nature at the end of the day. Human nature does take a big impact on this, and that's what happens when...
Absolutely. Look at the Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
He had those banger games. He had those banger games. That's what sealed the deal. If he has average games, he's not getting, it's just... Look, second team, if you go through it, it's Brown, Kawhi, Mitchell, Durant, Brunson. I don't have no issues with any of that. And then you can discuss whoever from third team you want to put in second and vice versa. Maxey, Murray, Johnson, Durant. I have no issues with anything. I think there's a big cutoff between, Chet and then the first player who didn't get in, which is Avdija. I hope I spelled his name correctly.
Can I be honest?
Apologies. Go ahead.
I had Denny over Chet.
Okay.
I really did have Denny over Chet. I believe that the impact that Denny had on his team, look, Chet definitely did have that defensive impact. That should not go understated by any means. It's just, I think Denny provided a lot more to that Portland team, who was down literally their star player in Dame Lillard. Don't get me wrong, right? That Portland team is still very, very good. They are still very good. They were that kind of team where even though they didn't have their star player in, they still made the playoffs. No, with that obviously, they had to win that play-in game, right? But at the end of the day, they did a good job. And I think Denny was a very big part of it. So to see him get snubbed from just any All-NBA team was crazy.
The thing is, wasn't even close. That's the thing. Like, Chet got 87 points total, and Avdija got 26.
Oh yeah.
So it's not even close. Like, it's not even close. At least, according to the NBA experts, analysts, and all that. I don't have a problem with Chet. He was on the best team. They were killing everyone. He played very efficiently. It's his offensive efficiency in the regular season plus paired with the defense that he has, right? So that's sort of the. But yeah, I hear you. I hear your argument. I like it. I like it. I wouldn't mind it vice versa, to be honest with you. But I don't have a problem with Chet being there. So there's that.
I'm
Scotty Barnes is
at...
going crazy though. Did you see that?
What happened? What did you say?
He going nuts on social media.
Barnes,
no one sees
like
me. Yeah, you hear me, Scotty Barnes now.
Really?
Okay.
What on Twitter or?
Yeah,
I did not see this at all. Actually,
we're gonna come to that. We're gonna discuss the all NBA defensive teams as well in a second, and he didn't make any of them, right?
Oh yeah, he did not. That is something that we do need to talk about.
That's the biggest snub, obviously. That is
of course.
Wait, hold on. Before you go to the defensive side, I'm looking at Jalen Duren. Now he's up for the Supermax because of the All NBA.
He doesn't really get paid. He's not getting
287 for 5.
Yeah. He can do 47 to 49 million a year now, depending on what the cap's gonna go to.
That's awful.
So they're gonna pay him. They don't. What are you gonna do? They're gonna pay him. They are going to pay him.
Disgusting.
This man about to get paid, and I'm happy for him.
Hey, you know what? That's exactly right. You got to be happy for these guys getting bank. At the end of the day, they are making bank. But
someone's going to make money in that league, rather than the players than the board people.
Yeah, that's very true. However, I don't see Duren as a deserving player, as a playoff performer at least. Every single one of those games.
That's the thing. You got to detach that. You have to forget. Men in Black. This little, forget. You can't. You're going to go nuts otherwise. I'm telling you.
I just need him to come back and with a new bag of offense. Offensive.
Work on your craft. Come back with some repertoire.
Go down to Hakeem.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
All the big guys you can ask.
He needs to put in the work. That's the most important thing. And unfortunately, if he does sign that massive bag,
he will. They probably will.
If he does sign that massive bag, the potential of motivation being lost there is quite high, depending on whether or not, he actually wants to be a winning player. And unfortunately, I didn't see that from him in the playoffs. And if the Pistons really want to pay the man, go for it. But as a franchise success, I don't see that happening with Duren. Like, hey, Jalen Duren, please come onto our show and give us an argument to say otherwise, right? I'm just saying. But
a lot of invitations.
Literally, I just don't see him being worth that amount of money.
No. Like, look, all jokes aside, I'm with you, right? Paying someone that much money for a defense, his thing is defense, right? We looked at Rudy Gobert, who doesn't really offer much. Jalen Duren went from. Jalen Duren went.
What happened to see the series against Jokic? You used to think he did nothing against the big Joker.
Hey, he did his thing, but what happened when he has to face a 7'5" Frenchman?
Yeah, the one that he's known since he was like 12 years old, and he still can't get past him.
That's Master Sifu against. Come on, man. But no, Jalen Duren went from 20 some points to 10 points in the playoffs. When it really matters, this is why we pay you the big bucks. Cool. Regular season, look at James Harden, 60, 50 points a game. But when it comes to when we need you the most in the playoffs, you go disappear. What I'm saying, is it worth the 287 for 5? No, unless you Cade. If you're gonna pay 287 for 5 for Jalen Duren, you gotta give Cade at least $700 million because he's doing everything.
Oh yeah. Now let's talk about this defensive team situation.
Yes, sir. Let me bring that up.
Now I will say, I do agree with the online discourse that Scotty Barnes should have been first team. What's it called? I really like that take because it's not that much of a cold take, really. It's quite a lukewarm take of yeah, I agree, right?
Lukewarm.
Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and if you can find those crash outs, Camille, hey, I'd be glad to see them because seriously, that I can understand why it'd be.
I don't know. I don't know if he's crashing out, but he's definitely letting people know that they made a mistake here. Yeah.
Wait,
for
hold
sure.
on. They're in the second. He's in the second team.
He is on the second team. He had
but
you're looking at the first team.
Yes.
Here let's run it down. I got them open right now, so I'm gonna hit them.
Go ahead.
You got Wemby, obviously. You got Chet. You got Ozar Thompson. I hope I didn't butcher his first name. Apologize if I did.
That's good.
Rudy Gobert, and then you got Derek White, right?
God.
Derek White. All right, that's first. Second, Scotty Barnes, Cason Wallace, Bam Adebayo, OG Anunoby, and Dyson Daniels.
Well, am I tripping? Eamon Thompson is not in there?
No.
They only got the two teams. They only got the two teams now. They only got the two teams. And I personally, I don't know about you guys, but I'm the more I look at it, I have what's it called?
I want to throw something here.
Derek White.
I want to throw something here. I actually don't like Dyson Daniels being here at all. I actually don't like him being here at all. Look, at the end of the day, respect for the Aussies, respect for like the people who are homegrown here and went off to America to play. But he had a really good season. What was it? Last season, right? When Wemby was injured. He had a very, very strong season that season because he got the Great Barrier Thief nickname for a reason. Now he's the Great Barrier Queef. There's nothing. He's doing nothing anymore. He had no impact on that Atlanta team, from what I can see at least. From what I've seen in games, because I was hate watching so that the Spurs could get a better pick, right?
Yeah.
Daniels wasn't having as much as an impact defensively as I can see. Like a lot of these other players on this list definitely do. I'm seeing Cason Wallace, especially in this playoff series. He's not doing a terrible job at all when it comes to that defense. Same with basically majority of these players, especially Scotty Barnes. I think Scotty Barnes, I will agree with the snubs, actually. I'm going to take a side here. Scotty Barnes should have been first team.
So what do you think? Scotty over Derek? Derek White?
I would have liked Derek White as second. Just underneath. I like Derek White just underneath.
Wait, so who you taking off for Dyson Daniels then, Austin?
Steph Castle.
Yeah, he was 4 points off the second team here. So we had, if you go further down the list, you have Amen Thompson and Stefan Castle both on 46 points, and the cutoff was 50 points. Dyson Daniels had 50 points.
Yeah,
I would have put Amen or Stefan Castle over the Great Barrier of Thief, Aussie, I guess. But
no shade, Dyson. Hey, if you want to come onto our show, please let us know.
Oh, God damn, you're inviting everybody. I mean, please, come on. LeBron, please. But, damn, yeah, you're right. Scotty Barnes. I would have... So you're taking off Derek White, you moving down, Camille?
Do we like Bam being there?
Yeah, think about this. What if Scotty Barnes plays in...
a big market team, huh?
Yeah. What if he plays what if he plays in, let's pick someone, eh? I mean, Knicks, if he's at the Knicks and he's playing like that, he's making first team. There's no doubt about it.
There's a reason why OG made second as well.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely because...
what if he plays for the Pacers?
Right? That is correct.
What if he plays for the Pacers? He's going to make it.
That's actually the greatest thing that has been said in this entire convo here. If he was on the Pacers, he would have been snubbed immediately. That Pacers team, especially what's it called? Especially last year, they had some really, really good defenders. I would say, especially Ryan Nembhard was one of the best defenders on that team last year, and I don't even think he got it onto any defensive team. And it's just
it is a popularity vote to some degree, right? It is a popularity vote to some degree. It is like that. I mean, look, how many national televised games do you have? All that comes into account, because I can tell you those voters ain't watching all 80 plus games, or how many games these players are playing. If a player plays 70 games, they're not going to watch all 70 games.
No way.
That's like with the Oscars. People don't watch the whole. Now they sort of have to, right? They got that sort of at the Oscars now. You got to watch the movies. I don't know how they're going to prove it and all that, but at the end of the day, no one's watching the movies and having a vote on them.
Yeah, it's just.
Austin, you mentioned Bam earlier.
Do you guys like Bam being there?
What do you think, Emil?
What if he doesn't drop his crazy game? Because everyone all of a sudden he dropped his game and everyone's looking sideways at him. He's like a basketball terrorist. God damn, leave that man alone. Shit.
Hey,
I'm dying on that hill.
In front of his girl.
I will debate anybody and I will die on that hill. Why couldn't we? I'm not saying we, I'm not even putting myself in there. Why can't the NBA media, the fans, just let him be? He had a great game. I don't give a damn how he got those points. I remember that
message you sent me. I remember the message you sent me the day that he got.
You like that too, Raja?
What did I say? I forgot. I forgot what I said.
No. It was just the thing of Bam dropped 83 points.
Yes. Good for him. Good for him. Yeah. Why not? If it'd be that easy, everyone would be doing it.
Yeah, that should be a challenge to the rest of the league at the end of the day. And you know what? No one's done it.
Do it. I don't care how you get to that. Do it. I'm not seeing that too often. I haven't seen that many points in my lifetime.
Dude, even if you get up to the free throw line, you still have to make the free throws. Not everyone is a good free throw.
Don't forget how many points he had in the first quarter, and that was threes and end ones and all that kind of crazy shit. My God, he had like
more than
27. What did he have? 27 or something? 27?
Yeah, I remember I checked first quarter. He did have.
I remember I checked one time and be like, dude had like 50. I'm like, huh? 50, bam.
I was happy as hell for him. I was so
and
happy
I came back, dude dropped 83.
So now all of a sudden people look sideways at him because they let him loose. They let him do his thing. He got the ball 50 times or whatever it was. I don't care. I think he's good there. Second team, all NBA D. I'm okay with him because don't forget he's a good defender. Yeah. He's athletic as hell, and he got a man body. He got him. You're not going to handle him. He got a man body.
Yeah, well that's correct. That is actually.
I like him. I like him exactly where he is. Mm-hmm.
You're right. Yeah.
What about you, Raja? Any players that you'd want on here or that you think are undeserved?
Like I said before, I probably would replace Dyson Daniels with either Castle or what's his name, Eamon Thompson.
Choose one. Choose one.
Raja. I'll do Castle because that man locked up SGA and dropped a 30-point triple-double in the regular season. And that he did that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Dyson. I mean, obviously this is a defensive side, but I don't think Dyson Daniels has the ability to do that. But that's just me though.
Also one more thing while you're having that. While you're having that, you go ahead. If you're thinking the same, you go ahead.
Jaden McDaniels.
No, but it's okay.
Oh Jaden McDaniels is not there.
I would have liked to see Jaden McDaniels on that team.
Hey, they got KD.
He was very look, at the end of the day, I didn't watch a lot of the Minnesota regular season games. Right? I feel like all eyes are on them when they make the playoffs. But damn, he is a good defender. There's a reason why he made that statement in the playoffs and then backed himself up. Because at the end of the day, he's a very strong defender. He's very, very, very good. And he takes pride in his defense as well. So that's why I was very, very surprised that I didn't see him anywhere here. Do you guys have the votes for where he was?
I'm checking right now. McDaniel?
Yeah.
We're talking all defense, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He's down at what's that? 17th, 18th place. Damn. He got he got three second place votes, no first team vote. So he's down there. He's down there with Kawhi, Donovan.
How does Chris Dunn? He's a good defender, but Draymond Green.
I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you something here. Draymond Green gets those points because of legacy. He was the best defender for a while. it is what it is. People don't watch games. They're just assuming he's still elite. And he can be at times. He can lock people down if he wants to, but he can't do it over the stretch of, 70 plus games or whatever he's playing these days. But bottom line is he's getting those. So he's going to get some points fucking in 3 years if he's still playing, because he's Draymond Green, right? But if you go down the list, I'm not going to dissect 20th place here, right? Because that's just somebody, I don't know who to give my second vote to. I'm just going to pick a name here.
Yeah,
pick
that's
a name.
What it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's first, second team, and then it's notably it's Castle. Amen. Shit, Draymond Green. Draymond Green's right after. I'm sorry, that's a bit crazy though. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm looking at.
You've got Kamara from Portland as well.
Yep.
Chris Dunn, Evan Mobley.
He was in last year's defensive teams, wasn't he, Kamara?
Mm-hmm.
But what surprises me as well is that Mobley, like the winner of the Defensive Player of the Year last year, like isn't even. He's nowhere to be seen. He's vanished like that.
Yeah, just a reminder, last year was Dyson Daniel, Luke Dort, Draymond Green, Evan Mobley, Amen.
Yep.
And then second team was Kamara, Gobert, Jackson, Williams. So Jalen Williams, Jaren Jackson, and Ivica from the Clippers. Quite a bit different.
It is very different this year.
Yeah.
It's funny to see Amen and Osar, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool to see.
Well, hey, what I wanted to say is, Raja, now you having the LBJ chain on today, notably, for the first time in 21 years.
He's not on there.
No All-NBA team for LeBron. Not one, not two, not three. First time in 21 years. Now, that's a long time. That's a damn long time. End of an era. Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, this man has been an NBA team longer than a lot of people's lives, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Golly.
Yes, sir. I mean, he had a longer NBA career by now than not in his life. Think about that.
Hey, next year, the first 42-year-old man to be an all defense, all NBA, and MVP. Oh.
Yep. But yeah, that's a crazy stat. That's what I wanted to get out.
Yeah, man. Wow. What a list. It's always one of those lists that people always look out for at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. It's a big one, and the players care about it as well. They care a lot, obviously, because
it affects their money. Yeah,
money talks. At the end of the day, money talks. So, it's a big difference in what they're getting paid. And at the end of the day, you want to get valued, right? And money talks.
So you're trying to build your resume, man.
They should care. They should care as well. So good.
Wow. Austin, you got anything else for us?
I got nothing else. I just believe that my boy Steph Castle should have been somewhere there. But I do believe after these playoffs, especially, because this is what, like, I would say happens a good chunk of the time, right? With people who are very high performers in these kinds of high risk games. High reward games, you get a lot more eyes on you, especially in the next season and onwards. So, especially with like seeing, I think it was a very big surprise to all of us when, we saw the Pacers just drop down all the way to the last seed in the East. But it also kind of counts as a thing of, Pascal Siakam got selected as an All-Star and he's on the bottom feeding team. So it's just a case. It is a case of no matter like what's happening in the year after, you'll still have eyes on you because of the year before, especially kind of as first impressions in that in the next season. So I think that's why we saw such a big change in this defensive team as well, and just all NBA in general. But we just kind of have to see what happens with the next year. But I'm all in all, it makes sense. I think the list makes sense for a solid 90% of both of them. Like, I'm pretty indifferent to all NBA, to be honest.
But man, look, we better go off here. Before that, let's so we got Spurs, OKC. Well, we got Knicks versus Cavs versus tomorrow, actually, right?
That's right. That's right.
Well, what do you guys think? Give me your final predictions.
I want the Knicks to sweep. Knicks in 4. Camille.
Yeah, we all got him in 4, right?
Knicks in 4.
Yes.
But if the Cavs really do come out guns blazing, Knicks in 5. There's no way.
They might blow their lead too now.
There is no feasible way that the Knicks are able to let this go to 6 games. No feasible way. Yeah. And if they do let it go to any more than 5.
By the way, I said the same with Boston. I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought I was going crazy. I don't know what I was watching. Man, never in a billion lifetimes I would have thought that there's just no way. They were.
But I don't know. I think, man, this Cavs team they just look defeated, man. They don't want to be there, man. If I was Donovan Mitchell, let me get out of here. James Harden, please get on my team.
Sorry, I just can't stop laughing at the Celtics disaster class.
It's crazy. Hey, we gotta do a video on that.
Remember, we not all pick Celtics?
Yeah, we all picked the Celtics to come out of the East.
Get out of the East, and they got reverse. I mean, they blew the 3-1 lead.
Hey, that would have been. Would it have been possible? I don't know. I don't have the what's it called? The schedule in front of me. Could it have been Knicks? Celtics?
Oh, the bracket.
My lord, that would have been something.
No. It would have been.
Okay.
It would have been Knicks Celtics second round, is what it would have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that place is jumping regardless.
Oh but, but what I'm saying, right? Boston is coming into New York. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that the Sixers were able to get swept in that series. That's also still mind blowing to me. Like a team that comes back 3-1 gets swept.
Hey, they sold their souls for that one series. That's all they had, mate. It's okay, good series. But I couldn't believe my eyes. Couldn't believe my eyes. Man. So hey, who knows? Cavs might turn it around, but I don't think so.
Hell no.
Put that thing.
Hell no. Hey,
okay. Tomorrow.
Camille, have you changed your opinions on the Spurs and Thunder?
I think OKC is going to win next game at home. I think the Spurs are going to win. Look, obviously, I'm already crashing out here because last time I said it's OKC 4-1, 4-2, right? It could still be a 4-2, but I don't think so. I didn't see the response that came back from the Spurs. I'm very impressed. I was very, very impressed watching them. Very mature performance for that team. Yeah, I was super impressed.
Same with me.
I was so therefore. Look, I have to pivot a little bit. I think OKC is going to win in 2 days. They're going to win at home. I think the Spurs, with that fans again, they're going to win at home. It's going to be 3-3. We're going to see a game 7 at OKC, and then it's 50-50. Yeah. And then it's 50-50. I don't know who to pick anymore. Honestly,
I think we'll have.
I just want to.
Game 5 really is a big kind of game. I think Game 5 is a very deciding game.
If the Spurs can steal that in Oklahoma, they're going home. Series. They're going home. One up.
I did it last game. I'm gonna do it again.
Oh my
God! It worked. Maybe it was the photo, but I have faith.
Stroke his beard. Stroke his.
I have faith in my boy Wembanyama. All right, this might become a tradition. Who knows? Okay, but
if they win the next one, oh damn!
It's becoming a tradition after the next one if they win it. All right.
What are you gonna do to him if he wins the next game?
He's
still gonna do it.
I have placed a self bet on this series only if the Spurs do win this series, I will be buying myself a Devin Vassell jersey. I actually think he's been the most consistent player on the court the entire series. So
Devin Vassell.
Not even Victor Wembanyama.
I thought you were going to say something crazy.
I'm
going
to
shave my head. That type of stuff.
Nothing out of the ordinary. If it gets to the finals, maybe we'll do something crazy. All right.
Okay. Oh, we're going to look you down on that one.
Maybe we will. Okay. We'll see.
Raja, we got to remember that one.
Yeah, I'm running that down. Don't worry. We got the record.
Keep that clipped. Keep that in the clips folder. Maybe I'll.
Yeah. What the hell?
Oh, also, hey, to anyone watching, hey, if you have some opinions on NBA first team, second, third, whatever defense team, put it in the comments.
Yes, please.
Put it down there.
We would actually love to see other opinions as well.
Scotty, give us your opinions.
Especially stuff that's against the common online discourse as well.
That's right.
Good hot takes is what we'd love to see. It helps us expand our knowledge as well as your own as well. So it helps us immensely. So
hey, discussions are fun, right? As long as they're civil.
That's exactly.
There's
right.
no civil war in the comments, please. No civil war in the comments.
I just want to see LeBron first team, baby.
Mm-hmm. That's the only crazy comment I'm gonna let fly. That's it. The rest will get deleted.
That's right. That's right. Hey, thank you so much, y'all, for watching. Whoever's watching, comment down below what y'all think. No strings attached. We out, baby.
Thank you. Bye.
Love you guys. See ya.